What would you say is the biggest perspective change that you've had?
Life has gotten harder with the more success and the more money I've gotten, and I've become more unhappy with the more money and the more success that I've got. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But it's like if you say that online, every single comment be like, oh, sign me up for that. But it's like, and you hear a lot of people that make a lot of money say that though. That they say that
technically, I think there's like a curve to wealth and happiness where it's like, if you're impoverished, you're not going to be happy. If you start making a little bit more money, you're going to want more. And then you hit a certain amount. I don't know what it is. I think it's like 100 grand or 120 grand.
Right.
And then slowly, like, it doesn't go exponential and then it flattens out and then it starts actually dipping.
Right.
I don't know what that number is, but there is science that
there
backs
is.
that.
Yeah, no, there is. And I mean, I think, for at least my personal situation, part of it's the pressure, right? The one comment on YouTube that will get me more than anything is like, bro's falling off. Like I hate when people tell me I'm falling off. Like to me that, I don't know what it is. It's just like a dagger in the soul to be falling off.
Ego.
Yeah, it is. It's very ego. Yeah. And so I think that's a big part of it for me is just this pressure to just keep going, keep producing content that's new, that's fresh, make more money, buy more expensive cars. This YouTuber's getting more views than you. This one's getting more views than you. And you have this way of getting caught up in it. And sometimes it just takes so much out of you. You lose your passion and your happiness in that sense.
I think everybody feels the exact same way.
I think most YouTubers have felt it, and especially as it becomes more corporate and more competitive. And lots of times I'm being compared to these YouTube channels that are corporations. And it's just like, how can I compete with those guys? Like it's just impossible. And you also, like I said, you don't want to fall off though either. Nobody wants to have their channel die, right? Nobody wants to become relevant and then become Mr. Irrelevant, right? Like that's a tough thing too. So it's like, for me, I've always known like I need to walk away from YouTube at some point, right? And I would ideally like to walk away when I'm still like at the top of my game, right? I don't want to walk away when my channel is averaging 10,000 views a video. Like I don't want to be on the bottom end of the bell curve. I'd rather walk away when I still have something left in the tank.
See, that's crazy. So I wanted to stop making YouTube videos. At first, it was January of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And then in January, I thought, let me get to April.
Right.
Because that was my birthday.
Yeah.
And so I figured, let me just make it through April. And then April, I just thought, well, it'd be cool to make it like an even 7 years on YouTube.
Right.
So I'm going to go to December. I got to December. Now, at some point across that, I decided to go from 3 videos a week to 1 video a week.
Right.
And then I thought, well, January, I may as well continue through April again. And the cycle continues of 1 video a week. But I thought the same thing, that I didn't want the views to keep dropping. And then I stopped. So I was like, I want my views to like do well. And then I could stop. I think the only one who did it really well is Tom Scott. He made a video years in advance. I think it was like 2 years in advance saying, at this date, this is going to be my last video.
Right.
And it's coming, and that's it. And he stuck with it.
Amazing.
I've been terrible about sticking with this, but I've said this for years.
Right.
And here I am continuing 1 video a week.
Right. I think what's hard about it is, I see my YouTube channel as like my baby, right? Like, I've built this thing out of nothing. Like I had absolutely nothing when I started it. And I've poured my soul into this, blood, sweat, tears. And to just walk away when you feel like there's anything left on the table seems sad. It seems hard. And you've created such a connection with your audience. And there's so many people who, hopefully still love you and want to see you continue filming. But at what point is enough, right?
Yeah.
And I know for sure when I have kids, that'll be it for sure. I know I won't have kids on my channel ever.